The 2014 Times News Open headed west and settled at Westway Lanes. After 2 weekends and 16 games of qualifying, the field of 168 was whittled down to 16. The previous scores were dropped and everybody started at 0. The striking started almost instantaneously as these talented finalists got comfortable early. Jason Dunn started his first Times News Open Finals experience with 11 strikes in a row before claiming a 298-236 victory over 6-time champion Ron Palorribi Jr. Just a couple of pairs down, LaFuria was putting the finishing touches on the first perfect game of the day, a 300-226 win over Mike Dunkel. In Game 2, Dave Stile would make his own Times News Open memory. While facing LaFuria on 9 and 10, Stile would sting the first 11 before a stone 10 kept him from perfection. His 299-244 victory vaulted him into the lead. Defending champion Mike Shady remained in touch with the lead, and following a couple 279 games and a 249 victory over Pat Malone, he now moved atop the leaderboard. His opening 807 series was just one pin better than Tom Lytle, who collected 3 match wins with games of 279, 258, and 269. Shady held the lead for a couple more games, but Eighmy Jr. had other plans. Record-setting plans, in fact. Eighmy started an amazing run with a 298-247 win over Randy Prue. He followed that up with a 300-222 win over Beaver Clark and finished off the new city record with a 300-217 win over Steve Banky.
I had the front 11, and I haven't had a 300 in like 2.5 years, so I was nervous. You know, it doesn't matter how many you have, you still get nervous. Tugged it, and I shot 298, and then maybe that got the nerves out a little bit. Went back-to-back 300s for 898. So, you know, in my mind, a 900 would be nice, but 898 city record is pretty sweet. So even to do it in front of the crowd and stuff, a lot of guys thanked me for the show today, and you know, that's what it's all about for the crowd there. So
Shady would have his turn, however. In a match that featured 23 of 24 possible strikes, he bested Tom Petrov 300-290 and regained the lead by 65 over Eighmy and 90 over LaFuria.
I knew the scores today were going to be very high. He's got a great surface out here. Pin carry out here is always tremendous. And then when you put the top 16 players in the tournament on that type of environment, I knew the scores would be very, very high. So I'm pleased with my performance, just putting myself in good position tomorrow. You know, I'm not 200 or 300 out going into tomorrow. I struck enough today. I thought I threw it fairly well. I had the right ball in my hands. I had the right angle into the pocket. So I was fortunate enough to strike enough.
Even though the 8-game round was almost over, the scoring onslaught was not. Cory Bithe threw the day's 5th perfect game with a 300-234 victory over Tom Lytle. Then, the all-time leader in Times News Open perfect games, Ron Palorribi Jr. added his career 9th in the day's 6th and final perfect game as he defeated Dave Stile 300-227. The last 2 perfectos vaulted Palorribi and Bithe to 4th and 5th respectively. Petrov, Lytle, and Malone held spots 6 through 8, while Chris Moffitt and Randy Prue rounded out the top 10. Qualifying champion Bob Kane Jr. struggled a bit early, but finished with 2 wins in his last 3 games. He currently sits in 15th. The 2014 Times News Open concludes Sunday, January 19th, where the only thing for certain is a champion will be crowned.